Hello everyone, my name is Cetus and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included on our frozen world. And in the last episode, we basically got our very basics set up. We got our beds, we got our bathroom, we got research going. We're not researching in the most urgent of orders, or maybe we are. I was really indecisive on that, but for now, we're moving towards farm tiles. We're going to get a few farm tiles set up. And then as soon as that's done, we're going to beeline it for heaters, or for advanced research, and then we're going to beeline it for heaters. Not convinced that that is the right order to do things. It is, however, the order I am doing things in, so be it. I am going to build these out. What is it? 4 by 16 equals the room size I want. Just to give them something to do. Build this out as a room as well at some point. Just kind of prepping for the future. Wouldn't be bad to get oxygen. No, I don't need oxygen. I have well, I don't have oxylite anymore. Probably need an oxygen generator. I thought I saw more oxylite. Okay, so we have oxylite over here giving off oxygen. We should get up here to this food as well. We'll do this. And I kind of want to dig. See, this is ridiculous because I'm upset because I want to build in my pattern. I want to build my ladder down, and this water is in the way of me building down where I want to build down. And the reality is it doesn't matter. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. I can build around it, and then later I can clean things up. But it annoys me. Because we basically got to do some exploring at the same time. Right? Gotta dig up, see what we can find. Dig left, dig right. It would be good to find some steam vents to kind of help things out. Don't see any of that yet, but that's not that surprising. We're still pretty close to the beginning. So let's build... How do we want to do this? We'll build down for now. Build down like this. Not the system I want, but just to expand our view a little bit. Do some digging. Nesbit getting some power, which is very nice of her. As she continues her research. That can be dug out at some point. Now I'm just kind of letting them get some stuff done. Yeah, I know, it's really cold over here. Probably not ideal to have dug into this area, but that's... You know what? I made my choices. Have to make things pretty and fit exactly the room sizes they're supposed to fit. It's just a rule. And as such, you know, you're going to be a little bit colder than you should be. And there's certainly things I could do about that. I'm just not gonna. Yeah, wow, that's pretty chilly. Minus 11. Our bedroom's gonna get cold quickly. We really should beeline it to the insulated tiles and the heat. This was not the right call. But you know what? Whatever. I made my choice. Food is important too. What did you just complete? You've almost completed it. We'll let you do the one tile. Yeah, okay. So, printing prod. Every blah number of cycles, I don't know how long, we can choose a blueprint. A care package. It can be people, it can be sand, it can be coal, which actually coal is super useful because that normally becomes a bit of a finite resource depending on other things, which we'll get into later. I wouldn't mind a person. Someone with doctoring skills has a good chance to be helpful at some point, and tidying is useful. Night owl is useful. Cannot do dig errands, less useful. What do we got over here? Can operate, can farm. We don't have a farmer. Okay, well this guy's it. He's not amazing at anything, but he likes a lot of things, which will give him good morale bonuses. It would be good to get someone straight better at harvest agriculture at some point, but this guy will do good. He has no taste, so the bonus from food is greater because he doesn't know if it's good or not. He likes being up in the morning, and he Oh, well, great. He consumes more oxygen than normal, which is nice. Stress reaction destruction is pretty obnoxious too, but you know what? That's just what it's going to be. We'll get him a bed up and running right away. We're going to set that to higher priority. In fact, we'll just set that to a higher priority. Give him a flaw for his bed as well. Ooh, and someone has a skill up point. So Nicola, our new person, began with it, has a skill. Skills are important. You can do some of the basics without skills, but if you want to get into the advanced stuff, you know, you need super hog digging to be able to dig through minerals that are harder. You know, to get through even harder materials, you need super duper hard digging. Kind of same drill, right? To do the more complicated farming, you need it. We're gonna give this guy farming because he likes the skill. He gets a bonus in morale, so he stays ahead of the morale point. And we'll give him improved farming hat. Hat, I don't think does anything, but looks cool. That's important. We're now going to beeline towards advanced research. Because we're going to want to get research up and running pretty quick. Ooh, we have mess table now. That's useful. Can get a bonus from having a mess hole for them to eat. And we have... Okay, we have lots of stuff. So here's our farm tiles. So we're just going to put down 5. Nothing fancy. And then... What else do we want to do? So we have algae terrarium, I think. Which we're going to come put one in our CO2 pit. Because this is where all carbon dioxide is going. And it basically eats the carbon dioxide and releases oxygen. So it will be helpful to have one down there for now. This is going. Everyone's sleeping, which is rude. Planter boxes, just a different form of farm tiles. Ration box, egg crackers. You can probably guess what those are for. We should get compost up and running because the bathrooms, the outhouses here, are going to give off a polluted dirt. Because periodically they have to be emptied of that. And we'll need a place to basically put that so that it can, well, compost, I guess, quite simply. I'm going to put that, I think, yeah. Make a little room. Oh, that's not. That's what I wanted. Eventually, we'll get the tech where we can seal the room in. That's what I'm after. Only need one for now. And eventually, I'll probably move it, because I never know where I want the compost to be. Actually, I think... Hang on. We want to be logical about this. For now, we're just going to put this, because it's the bathrooms that's going to give it. Let's not be completely wasteful of our time. Let's just put it here. Not pretty, but it will do the job. We're not going to need a bigger bathroom for a moment. Close this in so we get a bonus for having an outhouse. I think it's a bonus for an outhouse. Latrine. Needs to be a minimum of 12 tiles, which I assume this is, easily. So they'll get a morale bonus for me closing that in. We'll have to move this at some point, so maybe not the most efficient, but for now, we don't have many duplicates. The less room they have to run around, the better. It would be really nice if we had a door that was more sealable, but, you know, whatever. We got advanced research. So now we're going to beeline it for heaters. And more importantly, the insulated tiles. The reason I want the insulated tiles is I can lock off the code, and it will take a while for the code to permeate through that. We are going to have to get the advanced research building, which will be in stations, which we do not have the metal ore for, because we live in a strange world where I don't have unlimited copper ore to begin with. Which confuses me, but, you know, hey. Oh, well. Oh, we should get this to be planted. We're going to plant, so we have blossom seeds and mealwood. Blossom seeds need light, so to begin with, we're just going to do mealwood. Boring, plain, simple. Then we're going to use this lovely copy button to copy all of them. And we should come to priorities and make sure that our farmer prioritizes farming. Because we don't want our food to go away. This person is just digging out to get us copper. We'll dig out that, a little bit more copper. Actually, let's get this oxylite out so it's activating as well. Eventually, we're going to need to build some oxygen generator buildings, but that's a future problem. Not a current problem. And I think I mentioned at the beginning of this, but my biggest challenge with this game is I want to build everything big, and I want to build lots of everything, which isn't necessarily the best starting path. But it's the path I tend to take, so be it. We should take a look at the schedule, where we can set things up, because we have someone, who likes being awake in the morning. So we're going to create a new schedule. We'll call this morning shift. I don't know why that's a capital F. That wasn't a capital F, it just looks like a capital F. And we're not going to do anything fancy at this point with the schedule. We're just going to move everything back. So we're going to move that back, move bath time back, which they can't use yet because we don't have showers, but that's fine. Just going to keep it simple. And then we're going to move our lovely chap who prefers mornings to his morning shift. Later on, I'll get more complicated with those, but just don't want to deal with that for now. Do we have what we need to set up our advanced station? We do. Also have a skill scrubber if we don't like what we've chosen, but there's no rush on that. Also wouldn't mind. I'm gonna get a second battery going. I don't think there's no research room, so there's no bonus for having it in a research. There is a bonus for having it near the light source. So I'm hoping this is close enough that it counts as near the light source. Don't actually remember, which is fine. Yeah, thank you. Dig out that. What else do we got going? Yeah, we know we're missing a research station. This is your priority. Get that up and running. What have we unlocked? We do have the airlock. I could steal this. I'm actually not going to bother yet, even though I know I said that was important. I changed my mind. Water cooler, so we could create a little, what's the room called? Recreational room. What does it need? Recreational building and a decor item. So we don't have a decor item. We might, actually. We might. So we could create that. We don't really need it yet, but we could do it. And since we could do it, we probably should do it. Let's turn this into our mess hall. Eventually. I don't know. I mean, long term, let's think about this for a second. I'm probably going to move the bathrooms. I'm probably going to move the beds. I'm probably going to move everything up. Because eventually I'll rebuild to adjust for things. But actually, the beds being lower isn't a big deal. You know, for now, we're not very big. Short-term goals. We're going to do this, because eventually we're going to want a little kitchen. We'll have to move this later. I don't know if building it now. Here's all our gas items. I'm just clicking it so it doesn't... I don't like the little exclamation mark. Eventually we're going to want an electric grill and all that stuff to make food, which will fit nicely in there. Except for I'm going to move this over. Short term, until we move things around, we are going to put in our mess hole. We need 4. 1, 4. Not enough material. Oh, my copper ore. Why is that so hard to come by? Oh, I can't do the advanced research because I don't have someone with the skill. Awkward. Okay, well, keep practicing, keep researching there. We need to find more copper ore. I have never had copper ore be such an issue. It's kind of interesting. Not interesting in a, you know, hooray way, but it's kind of interesting. Haven't had to think about that before. We'll dig this way. Get that. Probably not waste copper ore on doors I don't need then. Oh, I know what I was thinking about putting there, though. There was a reason I was doing that. I was going to put a water cooler. But we don't need the morale bonus yet, so let's not rush those things. In fact, I just don't need to rush any of that. That's fine. Ooh, we have a skill. Who skilled up? Excellent, our researcher. Exactly what we needed. Yeah, our morale is already crazy high. We don't need to worry about it. Give her the researcher hat, as we do. I don't know what we're going to use for our installation tile. It's not going to be exactly what we want. In the form that igneous rock is what I normally use, but we haven't dug down enough to get to igneous rock. How is our oxygen looking? I think we're probably going to have to stop juicing some here. Power, material, light, oxygen. Yeah, a lot of barely breathable. All our oxygen is trapped up here. That's fine. Let's get oxygen generator go. And power. We need a wire. There we go. Wire to it. Juice oxygen. When you make your oxygen generators, you kind of got to think about the fact that you need it to disperse throughout your base. And it's always going to go higher than your carbon dioxide. You get, eventually, oh, we already have them, airflow tiles, which lets it travel a little better. So it can be helpful to put those in places, though it takes copper ore, which we have very limited number. But this is going to be an important building to get up and running. We're also going to go specifically into this building, and we're going to increase its priority to a 7 to make sure that someone always refills it. Because we have, quite simply, oxygen issues. You can see them struggling to breathe up here. They're holding their breath. So we just don't have enough oxygen out there. That's fine. Who else do we have skills for? Max. Ooh, give you improved construction. Lovely. And Lyra, who we're going to give digging skills to. Keep improving what they're good at. Now, long term for heat, we're going to have to get a little clever. We're going to have to come up with a way to heat. Which again, like I said, ooh, cool steam vent. So this is super helpful. Not necessarily right away, because if we... Actually, it is... I'm thinking normal oxygen not included, where things that produce heat are terrifying. And even a cool steam vent, which doesn't give off steam at a very high, very hot level. There's normal steam vents, which give it almost, where it's basically, you know, steam. This gives it cool. So the water is 72 degrees Celsius. Normally this is devastating, because this is something that's heating up your home. And to have it so close to our starting base... you know, it's something you're going to have to plan for. But here, this is a way to heat our base up. That's actually really quite convenient to have that there. And we're going to plan around that basically right away. Now, if we go to metal ore, we have copper, and that's it. So what I want to find, so what I'm planning now, I want to get plumbing going. And I want to get pumps. And I'm going to seal this in a room with insulated tile. So the water collects, basically. And then I think I'm going to pump it through my base as a radiant heating through pipes. I don't think I have radiant pipes yet. And probably won't for a while. But you don't need that. Normal pipes will do fine. You have insulated pipes if you don't want it to do that. I think that'll be a good way. That might be a good, easy way to heat our base. We'll have to be careful not to overheat our base. Well, I don't actually know. I don't know how cold this place is. Maybe it will be easy. Maybe it will be hot. And we'll have to wait and see. I'm making some assumptions here I shouldn't do. But this is exciting. This is a good way This is a good way to get that under control. Oh, I totally went off topic. The reason I was looking at my metal ores is 68 degrees Celsius is pretty hot. And I don't know, we don't have it yet. But yeah, a lot of these things have overheat temperatures, 75, for example. And then depending on what you make it out of, you can change what that overheat temperature is. I was specifically thinking I would like gold, because gold is really good for hot territories. So we're going to take a look at our material overlay, change it to metal. Lots of copper ore, just not in our starting area, which is good. Copper ore will be used everywhere. Some iron ore. Aha, there's gold. Actually, there's just gold straight around it, so we can collect some gold on the way. It's kind of interesting. I'm so used to like being scared of the slime areas because of the slime lung. I wonder if like as this heats it up, the steam vent, if the slime lung is going to become a problem. And that might actually be the case. So I'm going to assume that this game will do that. If things get warm enough, slime lung is going to be a problem. And I'm going to have to try and plan for that. I don't know exactly how I'm going to handle that, but I will try and figure something else. The thimble reed will be useful too, but we'll get to that. We don't need to explain everything in 1 minute. I think that's a good place to call this. Let's just take a look at our research. We're almost there. Okay. Not done. I want to make sure there's always something researching. But that was a good discovery, and I'm feeling pretty good about this. So let's call this episode here. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode.